Okay, this is going to be a quick, unpracticed, unrehearsed, unedited video response for spatbear for his Panasonic and especially for his Pencrest JCPenney tape recorder. This is my circa 1973 Panasonic model RQ6 RQ236S. Model RQ236S tape recorder, radio, Panasonic AM/FM with auto stop. You can see this thing is all like trimmed out with the trim, the speaker grill. The thing I noticed on yours that harkened back to this one is this cassette door. It sure looks like the exact same cassette door, probably the same cassette mechanism, and the buttons too, pretty much. And the fonts of the way, it's kind of hard to get the glare, but the fonts here of the type. When I eject the cassette door, you can see two lumps at either end, and then the hook in the middle, which might also be a clue if yours is exactly the same as that. But this sure looks exactly like yours, with that trim here, and kind of this side is a little offset from this side because the tape isn't centered in the space. But the tape is centered to the play button, which is typical because that's what pushes the heads in. Okay, like on your Panasonic, we have, starting at the top, on radio, off tape, car in 9 volts, remote and mic, auxiliary in, sound monitor off or easymatic, and external speaker or extension speaker, depending on how you say it. The build quality of this thing is like amazing. On the back is the AM/FM switch, and on the side the AFC switch. Somebody in another video, I think it was actually Radio Phono Planet, commented on how some of these older sets, the switches were all over the place instead of being all on the front. And that's because the electronics, the circuit board's back here, and this is on the circuit board, and this is on the circuit board, probably right in the location of where those circuits are. It was just simply easier to make that way and more efficient. RQ236S, serial number 004767. Maybe it means it's from 76. It's UL approved, which means it has the built-in mains transformer instead of having to use a wall wart, and the cord is permanently attached to the machine. It doesn't have that pesky plug with the AC/DC switch built into the plug. As you can hear when I bring the camera in close, that's the AC/DC relay when you plug and unplug the unit. Battery compartment and AC cord storage go here. The battery compartment's in pretty good shape. There was a little bit of corrosion, but no rust and no damage to the springs. This plastic is extremely thick, and you can see the hooks that hold it on, the tabs. They're not going to snap off like they do on the modern ones. A tethered battery cover would have been a plus, but amazingly this thing never got lost. Okay. It does need a belt. It runs a little wobbly. It's 42 years old. The radio sounds fantastic. it's incredibly loud. I don't want to get copyrighted, so... Now the tape is... Find something here. These are actually Born Again Christian Music Group tapes, so they're a little different. But it should give you an idea how it sounds. Yeah, it needs a belt job. Not a bad tape recorder for almost 40 years old. 73, now it's 2015. I did change the belt and put a used one in it out of something else. I think an old VCR or something. And it did seem to work when I first did it, but it's probably stretched out, so tape doesn't seem to work anymore. This is Keith Green. This is definitely copyrighted. Jesus, my Redeemer. Got good fidelity. A little bit of woo and flutter there. For this here smile on my face. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God, that sounds terrible. I can't really demonstrate the full potential of the tape deck. I just wanted to make a point of the cassette door mainly, and the quality of construction. The handle's all metal. The keyboard's all metal buttons, or they're probably metal-clad plastic, but just like yours. Just the solidness. It's like a school one. All metal transport. I mean, I've had it apart. This whole back of this thing is one big steel plate right here. This is the cassette deck. And then the radio is on this side. And the board is actually fitted to this. And then there's a third board behind it. And the power supply is down in the bottom. Weight, gotta be almost 10 pounds. It's, you can just feel the weight to it. So there it is. Antenna, original. It's not bent or damaged in any way. I'm not gonna try to pull it out with one hand and chance it. But yeah, Spats, compare yours and see what you think of this cassette door, and let me know if you... Is it possible that they both just, you know... Yours is Toshiba, but I think Toshiba and Panasonic were very related companies anyway. I know so was Technics and Panasonic. But yeah, the profile of that. The only thing I wish this had was a lighted transport. Because you can't, it's got the mirror, but you really can't see the tape, especially with these dark tinted tapes. You can't see where you are on the tape. So there it is, Panasonic radio tape recorder.